Soon, President Trump will host his second foreign leader of the week. Today, it's UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer. It will be their first face-to-face meeting since Trump's return to office. The topic on the table? Ukraine. Ahead of today's meeting, Starmer attended a welcome reception last night, and he had this to say about the UK's relationship with the United States.
There is no more important relationship for the United Kingdom in defence, in security, in trade, in tech, in finance, and so much more. We have an incredible $1.5 trillion invested in each other's economies. Our trading relationship is not just strong, it's fair and balanced. And we work together to create amazing things like the internet or the jet engine. But most of all, and this is really the bedrock of that relationship, we share fundamental values of openness, of democracy, freedom of speech, freedom to thrive, and freedom to pursue the future. A freedom which, this week, we've shown our willingness to defend with the biggest sustained increase in our defence spending since the Cold War.
Okay, let's go to CBS News national security contributor Sam Vinograd. Sam, thank you so much for joining us today. What are you watching for today?
What I'm watching for is whether Prime Minister Starmer can in some way convince President Trump to make a commitment for the United States to provide security guarantees to Ukraine. Prime Minister Starmer made several announcements this week to try to sweeten the deal for President Trump. Prime Minister Starmer indicated publicly that the United Kingdom will increase its defense spending to 2.5% by 2027. That's 3 years early. And then will continue to increase that defense spending over the coming years. In addition to that, Starmer indicated that to finance that increase in defense spending, the UK would cut foreign assistance, which is really commensurate with what the United States, President Trump, is doing when it comes to U.S. foreign assistance and USAID. What Prime Minister Starmer has been unable to do, as has President Macron also been unable, is to convince the United States to make some kind of security commitment to Ukraine's future, even if the UK, France, and other European countries put boots on the ground to guarantee Ukraine's future and to deter Russia from further aggression. The United States has so far refused to make such a commitment under Trump.
And that's part of my next question for you, Sam, here, because we know the UK Prime Minister is expected to push the United States on security guarantees for the country, saying a peace agreement would not be viable without it. But do you think he'll be able to sway the president on this issue?
Well, he's certainly saying all the things that are music to President Trump's ears. In addition to the increase in UK defense spending, I don't think it's an accident that in his remarks last night, Prime Minister Starmer focused heavily on the investments that the UK has in the United States, as well as the, quote, fair and balanced trade relationship between the UK and US. Trade imbalances are something that are top of mind for President Trump. In addition to that, I do think Prime Minister Starmer will likely ask President Trump not necessarily for American troops, but potentially for other kinds of security support that are less visible, like logistics coordination, communication support, perhaps intelligence sharing. So something less visible than American troops is probably what Prime Minister Starmer is going to go for.
Okay. CBS News national security contributor Sam Vinograd, thank you so much for your time today.